There was an article in the Wall Street Journal a week or two ago. By the way, by the time something is in the news, the markets have priced it in. Just if you read something, oh, that's actually a good idea. Maybe I should invest in that. It's probably too late. But the headline, investors spot signs of market froth during long bull market. And it talked about the bullishness that people haven't been this bullish. I mean, sorry, not bullish. Bearishness. They haven't been this bearish since 2023.
I read that and I thought
Okay.
that's just stupid.
Okay. Maybe it was a slow news day and they're looking for an
I
article.
just thought
You saw the same thing.
this is stupid. Did you read the whole article?
No, I didn't read the whole article.
Or not?
I know I've read this. I've been in this business long enough. I know the article. But it just reminded me because there's an article. Investors,
Wait. They haven't been this bearish since when?
2023.
That's amazing. And why do they think it's bearish? It doesn't appear bearish to me.
Well, the thing that the irony, if you were bearish and said, "Oh, I'm scared about the market. I'm going to be out of the market," you missed 2024, which is a pretty phenomenal year.
Yeah, if you were bearish in
And
2023.
market, look, historically, stock market's done roughly 10% a year the last 100 years. Roughly 10%. In order to earn that 10%, you need to be invested in those great up years as well.
Yes.
And if you miss a year, instead of 10, you might have 7% long term. I mean, it's really important that you
they
have
do
those.
call it a risk premium, which means you are being compensated. Your return is compensated for the risk that you're taking over the short term. That's why it's a risk premium. The amount of money that you earn in the
No one
market.
speaks like risk premium. In finance class, we call it risk
But
premium.
it's that simple, though. We're going to speak like this. It's that simple. In order to get a rate of return over that of the U.S. Treasury,
You have to have some risk.
you have to have risk. Now, is there risk in day to day? Yes. Is there risk in year to year? Absolutely. 3 years? Oh, certainly. Right? Remember, they're getting less. They absolutely went to certainly risk over 3 years. Are there risk over 5 years? Probably. 10 years? Almost never. Almost never.
20 years, there's never been a time you had
Where you haven't been compensated above that return of the 1 year treasury. Never. So your investments are all based on timelines. And you can look at them every day if you want. Or you can understand it and live with it. And risk premium.
I'll never forget, Pat. Years ago, I had a client, their son-in-law died. I believe it was an accident. Tragic, right? She had 2 teenagers at the time. And he liked to trade quite a bit. He had a traditional broker, talked to his broker every week or whatever. And my client said, can you please meet with my daughter and help her out here? And so I met with her. They had life insurance. They're pretty well in assets, and she had a career as well. But she thought that in order to manage these assets, she needed to do it the way her husband did it, right?
Oh.
And so I remember having a conversation. She says, well, Friday, the jobs report's coming out, so shouldn't we wait until Friday? And I remember looking at her. I said, Lisa, why in the world do you know when the jobs report's coming out? You've got your own career. You've got kids to raise. Why does that have any relevance? And I think just watching her husband, who he probably did himself no favors.
Oh, correct. He probably got market returns or less.
Because the more you trade, by and large, the worse you do. So he probably did not do himself any favors, but left her with this mindset. And in order to be a successful investor, that's the way to do it, which got her off that. Like, go live your life and let us worry about the jobs report.
And she became a client.
Oh, yeah.
Oh. I was waiting for you to say that she went her own way and continued to trade.
Oh, I've talked to those people as well. Yes, we all have, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Just because you smoke and you go see the doctor says quit smoking, you say, I'm going to find another doctor.
That's right.
Find a doctor who smokes. I wonder if there are many doctors that still smoke.